Hello, welcome back to Leith Central. And I know you said the last update before Christmas was the last update, but this arrived today, and we'll see more of what's behind the tape and the brown paper as an early Christmas present once I get the paper off. So I'll get to unwrapping that, and I'll show you what the latest purchase is. Right, so now I've got through the extremely well packaged delivery, delivered within a week of ordering, I think. This is my eBay find of the year, Master Cutler box set with the A1, A3 Prince Palatine in BR Blue, and the three XL and the R teak coaches as the Master Cutler. As you see there, comes with the track and this attractive box. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing video right now and have a look at what's in the box and see how it runs, get it all set up. This actually only set me back. I had a bargain of a find here. It was one of those Eureka eBay moments where you're looking, the people who looked at this also looked at, and there's something sitting there and you go, wow. This entire ensemble here set me back only £180. I've had a look elsewhere online and the cheapest I could find was over £250. The seller was reputable and he kept in touch with me all the way through. It was being delivered and being packed and stuff, so I've still got contact with him in case there is any issues with it, but he's given me a 28-day guarantee as well. So we'll get that unboxed and we'll have a look through it. I'm afraid it's going to have to be set up on a small table, so we won't get all the track out, but we'll get something up and running on the channel for the first time. So let's get this outer box off and we'll have a look at the interior display box, which looks very nice from the pictures I've seen online of other boxes as well. So let's get on with that now. Right, so now it's out the box, we'll just have a look at what's in there, what is in this set. So I think we'll start with the probably the least interesting part, I think, which has been this bottom drawer here. Really nice presentation box on this model, so I'll just turn that around here. So in the bottom here we have two drawers of track and the classic Hornby HM2000 transformer and controller, which will save me buying a controller for the layout later on, and also most of the tracks should be useful somewhere on the layout, so that's that less track we'll have to buy for the layout. Principal reason for buying this, I was looking for a set anyway, just to get some, just basically to have something to play around with on the top I showed you in the last update video. Just basically get some trains running, so I could, when I did buy new models, I could do you a little bit of a review and have a look round how them models functioned and stuff. So I've got a table there which we should be able to set up some sort of oval on. So what we'll do is I'll go through what's in these other drawers, which is the nice pretty stuff that we want to look at, and I'll get that up and running, and we can have some, we might be able to see it running by the end of the video. So if I go into the top drawers, I'll go to this one first. This is not very strong, I have to repair that. It did mention there was slight damage on the box, but in here is if I just pull back one of these papers, is the three Blood and Custard Gresley coaches. It's always been a livery I liked on these coaches, and complete with the Master Cutler name boards there. I reckon I'll probably build that up to a rake of about 8. I believe there's a 3 coach pack, and then the standard Blood and Custard in the Hornby range as well. A range of about 8 should fit into the main platform at Leith Central if I decide to run it in there. But as I say, they're nice looking, so we'll see them out the box soon, but I'll just get everything out so we know what we all have. So the main event, as you may say, is in here, which is, I do like the way this is presented really, with the separate box for the loco and then these covers on. There is one of those for the coach as well, it's currently underneath. I have already taken this out of the box to ensure everything was there before I did this part of the video. So I'll take that cover off for you. under the cover you see there the BR Blue A3 Prince Palatine. Always been a loco of quite light, especially with the older style of tender, and it's a livery that you don't see that often on the RA4s. But that's you've got crew fitted in there. So I'll get a rough loop laid out and some power put to it, and we'll hopefully get this up and running. Well, as you can see, we're temporarily wired up on the floor. The table I was going to use won't fit a third radius curve on it. I didn't realise until I actually got the box that the actual largest curves in the set were third radius. So I've given the floor a good clean and decided to give the A3 a quick run round. Just to give you a better look at what comes in the set. As I say, it's a full double oval of third and second radius. The third radius we've just let at the moment, the HM, is just basically give both sides of the controller a test, make sure everything's working electronically and everything before I put the loco and the stock into the display cases and store the track away awaiting the baseboards. So I've got the A3 running around, it's coming around now. Nice engine, it's been, as I say, smooth right out of the box, a little bit of a jumpy start on low things, but when something hasn't run in a while, you expect that. So as I say, it's slowly, smoothly running around now. What I'll do is I'll leave it running like this for a while, get it bedded in. I'm just going to add the stock to it now. I'll do a couple of tracking shots of it going past. As the A3 runs around, I just thought I'd show you the latest model we completed out of the workshop, and that's the latest Sea King in the Royal Navy Rescue livery with the Ace Club's decals. We've been on the workbench for a while, but other projects like building the station building have been taking a little bit of priority. But while I ran out of plaster up for the station building, I got this finished. So that's another one for the Sea King collection. It takes the collection to 7 now, all built from the base Airfix kits. There is a Revell one out there in the Tiger Stripe livery, which will probably be the next Sea King that is added to the collection. But for now, we'll just take some more of an in-depth look at what came in the A3 box, because I found a couple of little things which I wasn't really expecting. Okay, so we've had a bit of a run round and a look at it on the move. So let's take a closer look at the stock items within the box of the Master Cutler. First, I've mentioned something I wasn't expecting, and that was this, which is a Edge Blast Master Cutler headboard to match the era of the set. So we'll be keeping all of that, maybe looking at some way of mounting it with maybe a small piece of blue tack or something like that when I decide to run this, or if I'm going to decide to run it as the Master Cutler or just with the name boards on the coaches. But I'll put that safe, and that should find some use, even maybe on a rail tour on the layout. But moving on to the A3 itself, standard Hornby local drive released the latest edition of the A3, and as I say, the printing on it's good. The lines and all the linings, no smudging there, and the nameplate standing proud of the wheel flash there. One detail I do like is these separately fitted spectacle plates on the cab. I do like those, and there is a cab detail in the cab. What I originally thought was a driver was actually a reflection on the window. And moving on, so there's I'll have to get myself a locomotive crew for this. Then moving onwards back towards the early crest tender, all the separately fitted rails, everything on the Great Eastern version of the tender will come up there, so you're not against the background. You can see there around the back here. Excuse the finger, I forgot my paintbrush to point at things today. So that separately fitted beta detail there is absolutely fantastic. All the water access hatch and everything on the back there, and coming down into the back of the tender there with the separately picked out detail, and then back along to the front again. Very simple front end. I do believe I haven't actually got the magnifying glass out to read the shed allocation yet, but looking at the length of it, I believe that might say it looks like either, looking at the length of it from this distance, I'd say it's probably either Doncaster or Haymarket. Haymarket would be great for the setting of the model, but working the Master Cutler, I'd assume Doncaster, York, that sort of area. Moving on to the coaches these are the standard Hornby teak coaches. These are still I mean, they've been around for a couple of years now, but they're still a fantastic model. I mean, I prefer the modern image, but a rake of these is definitely something I will be pursuing, making it longer, making it a full set with buffet car and a couple of, maybe some of the Bachmann Thompsons mixed in as well. The great thing about these sets is these separately fitted train name boards. I believe you can actually buy them separately from, I think it's Fox Transfers or somewhere like that, so I'll be fitting those to the entire set, and then maybe getting a set in maroon as well. Details on this that I do like, a knife there, I can point maybe with that, is the no smoking signs in the windows, the separately fitted brass handrails and door handles, and also the separately fitted footsteps on the buggy. They're quite fiddly when you're buying these as well. I actually knocked one off as I was taking them out of the box. So be careful with them when you're taking them out. It's something I actually forgot was on this model. I have previously had one of these before, and they were a separately fitted detail part, but on this they were fitted on the end there. The details, separately painted door, that's on both ends. I'll have to get a couple of blanking plates for the end as well, and then the actual painted numbering details on the end, and the separately fitted turned brass buffers. Detailing along the roof as well, that's a lot finer than it used to be on all coaches. The only maybe niggle is these handrails here being moulded, but it's not noticeable when it's flashing past in a train behind the A3 mainline speeds as it would be. So that's the loco and coaching stock from the set. As I say, it's a first third brake and a standard third class composite. There's nice options there from Hornby with the standard range, and you can get them quite cheap at exhibitions to build that brake up. As I say, I'll try and build that brake up to about 8 coaches, I think, looking at the space I've got on Leith Junction, considering Leith Junction is designed for 6 coach Mark III push-pull sets. I should be able to fit at least 7 Gresley Teaks and the A3 into the platform, the longest platform on the design. But as I say, just a quick look over my latest Christmas toy, and I've enjoyed seeing other people's Christmas toys around the YouTube network and new things that are coming in, and there will be more from the new year. I'm just waiting on another package from Hattons which has the full, which will eventually have the full ScotRail push-pull. I'm holding off doing the DVT review till I have the Oxford diecast coaches, so that way I can pair them with the 47 having the same livery. Apologies, it'll probably be the same situation it has been. We're looking at this with the loop on the floor, because the baseballs have been confirmed for delivery in early February now, mainly due to the Christmas break, and they just wanted to clarify a couple of things on the design. Fairly simple design, just confirming everything. Took some time due to when I ordered them with the run up to Christmas and them being quite busy. So the baseballs are going to be a bit behind, but I'll carry on work on the station roof, the station buildings, and looking at other design work and other pieces of stock and other kits that are going on, and keep you in the loop and keep things active on the channel. So I'm actually going to upload this. This will be Christmas Eve. I filmed a couple of days before, but I'll upload this Christmas Eve, a little Christmas present there, because this was basically from me to me. So this is my from me to me for you as a video for Christmas. So enjoy your Christmas, don't eat too much, and hopefully see you in the new year. Cheers.